I need to get a 70-pound one. Right, what they want? Yeah, they want 150 for that. So God, they want 150 for like 100 or something for that 70-pound.
He said it was live.
Alright.
Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakardash.
To this world, ignorantly called God, Jesus Christ, and the Holy Spirit, and pay the orange in every tongue. Double honor to the elders and apostles across the four corners of earth that's pushing this truth and sincerity. We know where that truth lives with the elders and apostles, Great Mill Song. Shout out to the Israelites that's like a speckled bird, looking like the heathens, causing confusion, and the very few Akwak that believe, and y'all that believe in our testimony to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shah, we like to say Shalom. We out here prophesy the downfall of America once again. We got camp inside, thunderstorming a little bit outside, so you know, ain't able to reach the plow like we want, but we still gonna get the work done. But yeah, we here to prophesy the downfall of this place and let you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians know that y'all the children of Israel that the Bible speaks of through biblical prophecies. And let you know that, man, look, man, all this truth that's coming out, man, if you niggas don't understand what the fuck going on, then you niggas is just fucking lost, man. You're lost and dumb, man. Because the confusion that's happening right now, all this bullshit that's happening right now, it's right, they're putting it right in front of you niggas' faces. 2026, I think he's just gonna take off the mask. Mask off, nigga. It's raw. It's raw. Now I'm raw. I kept the mask on too long. This man kept the mask on too long. 2026, he's going to take that mask off. And he's going to come straight forward, not caring about the people cries, bro. When that mask is off, bro, he's not going to have no sympathy. You know, and as you see right now, you know, in these different countries, bro, Jake is being hanged. Then they coming together making diss videos talking about hang them up. Hang all the niggas. Yeah, bro, like, bro, they're about to take the mask off. That motherfucker off. The motherfucking mask off, man. It's up. It's up. That's why the Lord got us in a different spirit of getting our mind and body right in this time. While he's prepping them to be ready to do Jake, man. You know? You see the balance in that? You see? The prophets are getting their mind and body together. Meanwhile, this man is ready to hang them up. He's ready to hang niggas up.
They hang. Those two Jakes that got Mississippi. Mississippi dealt with Delta State. They found Jake hanging on campus. Then a couple hours later, they found another Jake hanging. You know, that's the spirit of the Lord putting on these Edomites to come after Jake, man. You know,
precept to that. That's Proverbs chapter 30, verse 14. It says, "There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and the jaw teeth as knives to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men," which is going into the men of the Lord, man, because we need Yahweh Shah for everything. So we know that who they're targeting, man. Even though they're taking 2/3, they're also going to look for the elect, man, out here. So we must be prepared through the Spirit about what's to come to us now.
I got a precept. This is Ecclesiastes 1, and starting at verse 9. "The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us." You know, and you know, that just goes to prove why the scriptures say that you know, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. You know, the things that we're about to see these Edomites do, it's nothing new. You know, you think back to the old world, the old kingdoms, you know, Rome, Greece, you know, all the way back. They always had an evil eye toward us, man. Ever since even Egypt, you know, when we left out of Egypt, they had that evil eye toward us. You know,
when he said, "Shall we pass?" and he said no, Esau said no. Then suddenly he brought his military to come after us. So just think about that.
Yeah, it's always been for the sole purpose of getting Jake off the earth, man. You know, Esau won't be pleased until every last Israelite is dead and gone, right? And himself with it, you know, because he got what is that? The mentality of self-destruct mode too. If he got self-destruct just to get Jake out the way, that's what we're about to see, man.
That's right. I got a precept. Go ahead, brother. You got something to say?
Nah.
Okay. This is Ezekiel 20 and 13. I'm going to start at 13. I'm going to go to verse 15. It says, "But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness. They walk not in my statutes. They despise my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them. But I was wroth for my name's sake, that it should not be polluted before the heathen, and those in whose sight I brought them out. Yeah, also I lift up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that they would not bring them into the land which I have given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands," man. And this is why we're not in that land no more, because y'all have greatly polluted my Heavenly Father name in front of the fucking heathen, man. Y'all have greatly polluted, y'all are greatly polluted people who's supposed to be righteous, man. You know? This is why we're not in our land. This is why we are to and fro in the wilderness, man. Because y'all despise these judgments and statutes, man, that the Lord want us to uphold, man. Now, I was talking to this brother I know, you know, outside of truth. He's been watching brothers and you know, learning here and there. And he finally came, he told me today, he was like, yeah, he said, man, he said, it's good to hear from you, man. He said, man, you know what, dog, I see a lot going on, like you were saying. And he was like, you know, I see it really come down to you have to live a certain standard in what you're doing, man. You really are distancing yourself from the world, man. The Lord really wants you to live to a certain standard. And he sees that, man. Now he's starting to see. And he was like, yeah, you get tribulations when you try. And I said, yeah, brother, I've been going through great tribulations, man. He said, what type of tribulations you go through? I said, man, I go through things that what I may want done in my flesh to get done, but through the Spirit, the Lord don't allow it to happen. You know, so I have to stay and maintain and still do His will and walk away from my fleshly thoughts or fleshly things that I may want, you know, that He may not grant to me, man. Those are tribulations that Jay go through in his walk. And he understood that, yeah, it's a way you do have to live. And when you live this way, things are going to change. People are going to look at you different. They're going to, you know, Israel don't want to do that, man, because Israel wants to be the nice people. They want to be compassionate. They want to be wanted from all nations, man. Instead of just living by this word and accepting what the Lord gave us and deal with the tribulations, man. You can't escape these curses. I don't care how much money you niggas got. You can't escape these curses, man. They're going to come right back to your face, man. Even if you spend that money to go fight that case spend that money on that lawyer to go fight the case, the Lord can still have you condemned, man. Because why? It's not in your hands. It's not in our hands, man. It's not in our hands, man.
And I want to say something upon that, because that's a beautiful spirit that individual had. He's inquiring.
Yeah.
He's inquiring, like, well, what type of things, you know, tribulations you go through, or what, you know, what did he say verbatim?
Yeah, he said, verbatim, he said, so what's your tribulations like? What's tribulations, what trials and tribulations is you going through, brother?
And like I said, that's a good spirit to be in, to be inquiring after a man that's striving for righteousness. You know, this man ain't even in the truth yet. Yeah. But he's seeing, the Lord is allowing him to see through him whatever similitude that he's exposed to him, that he's seeing the things that the Lord is doing. Mm-hmm. And I got a precept for that. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9 and 13. It says, "And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose world is and for whom the world is created." You know, and that's a sign of that brother. He's curious of, like, okay, well, what are you going through? Because hey, if you're going through this and I'm seeing this, And I'm trying to get to this standpoint where you at, you know, as far as living to that standard of how the Lord wants you to live. You know, he spoke on, you know, wanting things done in your flesh that the Lord is not going to allow, you know. And that's a standard of the Lord. The Lord wants his men poor, man. He doesn't want his men with everything at hand, man. He doesn't, you know, because what's coming, nothing's going to be at hand but the Spirit.
Right.
If you got it, nothing's going to be at hand. Resources, nothing. Water, food, everything is going to have to be dependent on the Lord in these times. We brought out last week that the stability of thy times would be wisdom and knowledge.
That's what I got right here.
Kind. Bring it out.
This is Isaiah 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is his treasure.
So he gets that strength of salvation. So that's going to be your strength in the day that you may have feeble knees.
Yeah.
You know, because you're gonna be looking around, and it's gonna be people getting heads knocked off, man. People in worst cases, people with
Screaming, running around.
strange apparitions, you know, strange pestilences on their faces and on their countenance, man. But we gotta have that wisdom and knowledge to be able to sustain ourselves in that time. And you can only do that by having the spirit and power of Yahweh shot on you.
That's right. That's right.
Right, man. And the times we're coming in, man. Hey, yeah, you Negro lights need to take heed of these statutes and these commandments, man. And you would know the Lord's judgment. But you niggas don't even care about the Lord's judgment. You niggas say we all gonna die one day. That's what you niggas love to say. We all gonna die one day. Israel have not feared him. They have not feared him, man. They don't fear my Lord, man. They just, we're all gonna die one day. That's all it is. We're just gonna die one day. Yeah. Why you up here teaching all this? Yeah, we all gonna die. Dang. You ain't even concerned about how the Lord can have you die. You ain't even concerned about what these devils are putting out on these streets and these going to these cities, man. You ain't considering National Guard or none of that, bro. Jake telling the National Guard don't come, but we gonna do you.
Chicago.
Do y'all understand? Man.
Are Asada's children. You are Asada's children.
Yeah, you get that.
Man, we don't. Our people don't understand that we can't fight this man carnally, man.
That's right.
We can't go up against him carnally because Esau has been blessed with the sword. Okay,
our war is not carnal.
His thing, his hobby, his free time. Man, look, the things that we raise our children coming up doing are not the same as these Edomite children. Mm-hmm. You have Edomite 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds going to the shooting range with their dads, man, that know how to unload and clean a gun and you know, decompose it, break it down and put it back together, man.
Out in the country picking up snakes, frogs, as a kid.
Jakes ain't doing that. So when Esau come in with his military, man, that little Draco ain't gonna be shit compared to his 50 cal, compared to his tank and his armor, everything that he's coming with, man. This man has technology on the left hand side for Jake, man, because he understands that I might be going out amongst the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They could mount up with wings and have spiritual power and overthrow us, man. So this devil is scared at the same time, but he's so prideful that he has to try to fulfill his agenda. He has to try it. That's the being that the Lord has made him. He's made him clean contrary to everything that the Lord ordained us to be. And how we should live. Okay, so hey man, Jake, these YNs talking about, hey, come on, we gonna do you. Man, y'all gotta rule away. Y'all gotta rule away.
What's up, pistol?
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know. They got you on social media. They know who you is and your name. Soon as the Gideon Project get active, it's up. Well, they say the Gideon Project was active September 16th, so they're listening. They're listening. I say they probably just racking all this shit up. 2026 hit, it's up. It's up. 2026 hit, it's up. It's up, bro. It's up. They racking up, bro. Cause believe me, if they get what's his name, Jimmy Kimmel.
Kimmel. Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel.
If ABC suspend their own for talking about CK, you niggas ain't got a chance.
Yeah.
You niggas ain't got a chance, Jay. They niggas ain't got a chance.
Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
And they are, from my understanding, they are some gatekeepers of the club. You know, the illuminated ones. I may say. I'm not gonna say the word on camera, but they are gatekeepers because a lot of their interviews on their shows are subliminal, and they have high-ranking celebrities that come on there, just like what's the dude that made The Mask?
Jim
Carrey.
He used to go on Jimmy Fallon all the time
And do that.
and speak subliminal.
Yeah.
And I remember that one time when he was trying to talk about the club and Jimmy wasn't going for it.
Yeah, he was acting stupid. He was
It was blasphemy. The Baphomet guy.
See what I'm saying? So
That's why they killed his daughter.
Jim Carrey.
They killed his daughter, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's why he's been speaking
Yeah.
out.
He went on. He lived off the grid.
Yeah. He's been like I think it was an award show. I seen an award show years ago. He was in the section he wasn't supposed to be in, so he just started clowning, like just going at him. I'm like, damn, why is this man spirited like this? They killed his daughter, bro, and he probably know the gang. He know they on some bullshit.
I'm about to add on to you too, because I found out later on Trump had something to do with Kimmel getting canceled, and now he's pushing for Fallon, and there's some other one. It's for Jimmy Fallon and some other broadcaster. He's pushing to get them removed as well. Yeah, they can't come back.
And what spiritually, you have to realize if they're condemning their own for speaking out against certain things, then who's next? Because we're bringing out truth that condemns them. They're trying to bring out their plans that they're doing. We're bringing out the facts. You know, we're bringing out scripture. We're bringing out what the Lord is saying He's going to do with them. And that's something that Esau has been trying to be paid millions of dollars, billions of dollars to keep from what? From Israel, from Jacob. So hey, you have to take that in consideration when you see these type of things happening in the media. So you know if they're cutting out certain things that they can say on Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel, what is that? That's censorship. That censorship is going to lead to what? Certain things on social media that can be spoken about. Because you can go anywhere, you can go any platform and watch Jimmy Kimmel. But you can only, and now you can go on any platform and see truth as well too. You know? But predominantly, you know, we're on YouTube, so it's gonna attack the internet. We're on social media and YouTube, so it's gonna attack the internet. That's gonna be a censorship that they're gonna try to roll out. And of course they gotta condemn some of their own first to make it seem like it's not targeting Jacobs. You know?
I don't want to specify. I don't know this other guy, but his name is Seth Meyers. That's who is Trump is getting to. Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers.
I ain't never heard of him.
I don't know him, but
Was it Senate?
no, these are TV
like broadcast.
broadcasting. Yeah, Trump he put out a tweet, and that's what it was. But to clarify.
Hey man, like I say, that it's we know once they start doing that to their own, they know the prophets are gonna be famine of the word is coming. You know, certain things that you post, what you say, they gonna start knocking at your door.
I got a precept on there.
Knocking at your door, based off things that we preach and believe in. You know.
Has been going into like secrecy, you know, as we see that, you know, those who are in that that higher elite level, we see that their plans and secrets are being revealed amongst their own people. And as it goes to Luke chapter 12 and verse 3, it says, "Therefore whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which you have spoken in the ears and closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops." And this is how the watchmen understand what's going on, because we see that even their own secret society, which they have amongst themselves, which they're elites, they cannot keep their word to their oath. Someone's gonna rebel against them, man, and they're gonna reveal the truth. And this is through the Lord, Yahweh Shah. He's gonna allow that, because there's nothing that they're gonna hide that the elected and kind, especially to the elect. We must know.
And like why you bring that out, that reminds me of the scripture to say that their tongues shall fall upon themselves. Towards this time, you see Edomites going against each other, fighting because what they don't like whistleblowers. That's what they call them.
Yeah,
we call them snitches in the hood.
Yeah.
They call them whistleblowers.
Whistleblowers.
You know what I mean? So they don't like whistleblowers, man. Because Esau wants to fulfill his agenda, man. But the Lord is not going to allow it. That's why he says in Job, "I disappoint the devices of the crafty." Okay, we're up against crafty counsel that is a power on the left hand side that most brothers don't understand the severeness of it. Most brothers haven't experienced, most Jakes, period, most Israelites, period, haven't experienced evil on a level that Esau is experiencing. Okay, if he's the wicked of the earth and he's enchanting and putting out sorceries and doing witchcraft and paranormal activity to these elites ain't shit. Paranormal activity to Jake in the hood, Jake is not trying to stay there. And this will go into strange apparitions. This will go into the evil that will befall us in the latter days now. But they're not hip to these things. They don't have a mind to comprehend to these things. But we have the spirit of power, Yahweh Shai, to understand both sides. He's given us a side of righteousness to understand what's good, and he gives us a piece of to understand the evil, because we have to understand. We have to understand what type of things that we could be experiencing. Think about the days of old. That's why he always says in the scriptures, go back to think about the days of old. Remember the days of old when this happened in Egypt. Okay, in Egypt, the things that befell them, the plagues that befell them, they didn't know how to comprehend that. The Egyptians didn't know how to comprehend that. They thinking they have power, they can do this and that, not knowing that there's only one true power that's of the Israelites, Yahweh, and his son Yahweh Shai, that's wrought all these evils upon them. That's wrought all these plagues upon them, upon the land, man. Like I said, one camp, you see 1 million alligators coming at you, you ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. You see 10 million frogs jumping, you ain't gonna know what to do. These are the plagues that happen in Egypt. So we read the scriptures, and according to Matthew 24, it says it's the time that's coming now is going to be a time that the earth has never before seen. Then we know that the Lord is going to unleash everything. He's going to release everything. And he says in the scriptures that we have only seen but a portion of his works. You got beasts that's popping up on beaches across the four corners that they can't even comprehend if to touch it or not. You know? You don't know what's about to befall you. The Jakes think that their little Draco and their little 40 and 4.5 is gonna protect them, man. But you ain't got no knowledge of who's doing it.
Just to back you up, this is Ephesians 6 and 10, and also have 2 Corinthians 10. I read after. It's Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, Be strong in the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Heavenly Father, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers. Like the brother said, there's powers at play right now, man. It says, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Lord, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. You know? So again, the battle that we're in is not something that you can defend yourself with carnally, man. You know, the wiles of the devil, like the scriptures mentioned up earlier, are the schemes and the devices and the tricks of the spiritual demon Satan, which works through Esau. He set up this entire American society and economy as basically a trap, you know? And it uses its devices, like the brothers going into the media, the celebrities, right, which they call the stars. You know, it uses the technology. You know, it uses entertainment, sports, all these things, the educational system, the government system, and it's used to put witchcraft upon the people, you know, to have your minds disengaged with reality in its own ways, man. You know, and that's why I also have this real quick. I'll read 2 Corinthians 10. It says in verse 4. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 3. It says, though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to the pulling down of strongholds, right? And that's what the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai specifically, right? Because this truth starts with the name and the acknowledging of where our power comes from and who our power comes from. It's not of our own. This is a heavenly power that we're able to tap into through Yahweh Shai. We have the ability to cast down those false imaginations and the witchcraft that's been placed upon us since birth. You know, since you exit the womb, you're already getting poked and prodded and having stuff, you know, placed on you as a child in the hospitals. You know, if you're able to get to one, you know. So again, through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we're able to pull down these strongholds. We're able to cast down these lies and false imaginations. We're able to check ourselves in the spirit, and the Lord puts the spirit on other brothers who are like-minded to check us in the spirit when we go off, when we do something that is against the spirit, right? It says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The same knowledge that's going to give us stability in this time. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, we're able to use that knowledge to combat what we see going on in the news, these different things that Esau is rolling out. Like, the men of the Lord, we're not afraid when Esau says we about to send FEMA and these other troops into the cities. We're looking for this thing to happen. You know, we're expecting judgment to come. Like the brother just said, it's prophesied that these things will come to pass. We know, like the elder always say, you know, my ride home is almost here. You know, my Lord is almost here. So we get, you know, boosted up in the spirit. We get to tap into our strength when we see prophecy taking place. Everybody that doesn't have that access to that power, you're going to be in fear. You're going to start to think, oh, what the fuck are we going to do? You know, you start to resort to carnality and your own solutions of salvation, which again is going to be disappointment. It says, in every high thing, I'll start over, 2 Corinthians 10:5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. You know, so again, ultimately that shows through the Spirit, the scriptures laid the walk out plain and clear on how to access this power. Right? It's by being subjected unto the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, being obedient to what Yahweh Shai is commanding us to do. Because none of us, I was reading back in Maccabees last night, none of us have access to serve the Heavenly Father on our own. For years, from the time of Maccabees, even until the time of Yahweh Shai, we were not able to enter into the temple and perform the sacrifices to the Lord, to please Him. That's what makes Yahweh Shai's sacrifice so important to us, because through Him, being able to enter into the holy place and be that sacrifice, now on His behalf, we have access back to the Lord for His mercy for that defense. We didn't have that access before Yahushua. A lot of us still don't have that access now because it's only for a remnant. It's only for a chosen. And Yahushua knows who's being subjected unto his spirit and his counsel, who's actually doing what he's commanded us to do. You know? So I get for that rant.
I got a precept. This is 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 4. Whereby are given unto us exceedingly great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust, man. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith venture, and to venture knowledge, and to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. But he that lack these things is blind, man, and cannot see afar, and have forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fail, man. So it's not no thing where you can just say, I know truth and break down scriptures. This is a whole manual that the Lord gave us and His truth to do. And if you don't have it in you, you are blind. You are not a part of that divine nature, man. You know? And like the brother was going into, it's only very few who's part of that, man. And they have to make their election and calling sure, man. You know? They're going to have to, through the corruption of the world, you know? And that's not an easy task, you know?
And that word temperance, I want to hit on that because temperance is basically the foundation of battling between flesh and spirit. Because when you go into temperance, it goes into self-control. Right?
I got you. The etymology.
You got it. What you read the etymology?
Temperance as a noun, according to the etymology online in the mid 14th century, it means self-restraint, forbearance, moderation. Right.
So through moderation, you self-restrain your things from things that don't profit you in the spirit. You know, and this is how the Lord, like you said, it's a part of the manual that the Lord deals with His men. You know, you have to show these type of traits for the Lord to actually sup with you, man. You know, and in the blue letter, it says, let me see.
Strong's G 1466.
Ekrateia. So it means self-control, the virtue of one who masters his desires and passions, especially his sensual appetites. You know, and these appetites can come from it can come from the flesh or it can come from the spirit. You know, you have appetites in the spirit that feed the spirit, and you have appetites in the flesh that feed the flesh. You know, it's up to you to discern which one you need to refrain from. You know, so you have to exercise what? Temperance. You know, and that's beautiful. That's something I just wanted to touch on, man, because a lot of brothers need to hear those type of things. Because brothers could be giving themselves over to things that they don't realize that's hindering them, not causing them to progress or grow. You know, whether it's decisions you make, whether it's your thought process, whether it's something you might have a excess habit of eating foods that you shouldn't. You know, or you might have an excess habit of doing something that speaking out on something that, you know, or just any aspect that's contrary to the spirit, you know, that's contrary to you walking in the spirit, that you might give yourself over to. You know, you have to check it. You have to self-restrain from it. And it's not gonna be easy. You know, it's only easy with fasting, prayer, and you know, praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai to help you get through those things. You know, but our people don't have self-restraint in this society. That's the point. They don't have 10% in society. Why? Because they want to fulfill their desires. They want to fulfill their sensual appetites. Like it says, one who masters his desires and passions, especially his sensual appetites. Well, you got fucking mukbangs out here. Motherfuckers do mukbangs and be eating the foul food all in one sitting.
Yeah,
I seen a couple that started doing mukbangs. They was skinny as fuck.
Now they big as hell.
Years later, they don't made a couple $100,000, a few hundred, $500,000. Now they
Ain't
big.
a couple hundred, it can't a couple hundred. Ain't a couple $100.
About 600.
They huge.
They
They
big as
huge.
hell.
They don't care me eating all types of food doing mukbangs.
There's a couple, wasn't it?
This one was the one I seen was Edomite.
That was Edomite?
Yeah.
I seen that one.
Those
Yeah,
that
I seen
Edomite because they were viral.
They were young.
They were young. They look totally different. But these are the things that this society upholds. It's folly. Like you say, folly is setting great dignity. People doing things for views and getting money off these views and not knowing that they're just depleting themselves in the spirit. You know, even though it was Edomites, but our people are falling victim to these things too. Due to Esau being in power.
Got Jake drinking 24-liter drinking seconds.
See? Like, what are you getting out of that? What are you getting out of that, man?
You got another precept.
You chugging.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. Folly is setting great dignity, and the rich is in a low place. And the rich sit in a low place. Like the brother was saying, man, this place upholds bullshit, man. It upholds bullshit. The rich is in a low place. Who the rich? They elect, man. They're fucking in a low place away from all the niggerdom. All the bullshit in this place, man. They're away from it, man. They don't want to. It's starting to vex Jake when he get around it and hear it, man. You know? That's how tired those men are, man. You know? Start to vex Jake, man. You know, Jake don't want to be around. The laughter is gone. All the play is gone. Only laughter Jake got is with the brothers, you know? You go outside, the brothers is a whole different spirit, man. You know, like, Jake ain't laughing no more. Ain't nothing really funny no more. You may hear a joke or two out in public or something. Ain't nothing funny no more, man. Everybody's in a serious mode right now, man. Serious mode, man. You know? They really about to be in the takeoff mode. You know, you fuck around and be chilling, motherfuckers just still on you.
Yeah.
Out in public. That's the type of shit we about to be running into, man.
Yeah.
You never know, man. You know?
Boys gonna put spirits on people to
Yeah,
do
man.
things. Like,
Yeah,
I seen an
man.
article where this mother she just got the spirit to go stab her son while he was in the shower.
Yeah,
10-year-old.
Yeah.
Then stabbed the husband.
Damn.
You know what I mean? These are the things that are going to be on a grand scale in the day of rap. Meaning that it's not going to be, I hear an article 1 month here, an article 1 month there. No, these things are going to be happening simultaneously in the midst of you. And it's going to be multiple occasions, man. Okay?
Just like the incident where it was two men arguing. It was a man who lived in an apartment arguing with his apartment manager that lived there about a washing machine. This man beheaded the manager of the apartment complex and rolled his head. His head was rolling,
I seen that shit.
Head fucking rolled.
In the
He picked it
parking
up.
lot. It was
Walked
picked
out
up
that
and
shit.
threw it in the dumpster. Hey,
It wasn't nothing,
the
man.
ambulance came right around the corner while he had the head in his hand.
Yeah.
Jackson picked it up like it wasn't nothing.
Pick it
Like
up.
it was a piece of paper off the ground. And it's 4 people right there at the gate.
Just sitting there.
Looking
Just
at
watching, Jake.
Like,
Yeah,
Just watch it.
that's what I say. He killed that manager in front of his wife and
And
children.
children.
They were there.
They was sitting there like, no. The woman just right there could have got killed. The Lord just had that man focus
She
on
been
that.
righteous. She been righteous. She better sit her
Yeah.
ass down. She already got her head motherfucker going on.
said the Lord has killed over washing machines.
Yeah,
Washing
that's
machines.
crazy. Jay, I just seen an article. A nigga from Brooklyn went to McDonald's and shot the worker because they sent his mama cold fries.
I seen that shit.
Man, stop playing, man.
I saw that too. Cold fries, Jake.
Man, come on, man.
Hey, this place on edge, man. Place on edge, man. Everybody's on edge.
Yeah, but this is why, two-thirds of our people are going to perish because they don't come into the knowledge of truth, man. You know, and you're gonna see the 2/3. The Lord just gonna start putting spirits on them, and they just gonna be being knocked off by little incidents like this. It's gonna be strange incidents. You know, the Lord talks about strange deaths in the scriptures too. How He give people over to strange deaths, man. You know, these things are gonna happen on a grand scale. He said, "Great confusion, great death, and great famine," according to 2nd Esdras, man. So when you put that into play and you see the things that are happening now, and we know through the scriptures that the world has never seen before, the evil that's about to befall us, you have to put it in your mind like, damn, this is gonna be crazy. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy, man. You know, that's why the Lord is coming for the vision, man. The brothers and the prophets, the men of the Lord that are striving to try to, be worthy of salvation, and the ones that don't take heed, they're gonna be put up against great judgment. You know, and while the Lord's men is gonna be safe and hidden in the day of wrath, man. You know, Yahweh Ratazah, we are a part of that number. You know, but that's what is befalling. That's what it's coming to. It's coming to your everyday lives are about to stop. The things that you love the most, you're not about to have at hand, and it's gonna be great wrath that by the hand of Esau, the so-called white man. And this is nothing but prophecy from the Heavenly Father doing what He needs to do before He restores Israel back to their land, man, and give them the kingdom and their inheritance and the promises.
I got a precept on behind what you saying, like Jake's knowing this word, but bullshitting, man. You know, being folly. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now as James and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds and reprobate concerning the faith, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was," man. And look what's happening, man. Look at Gorilla, man. You know, look at Genesis. Look at these guys, man. Look at General Yohanan and them, man. All their folly is being exposed, man. You know, the Lord is exposing all their folly amongst men, because why? They haven't held on to the full doctrine. It says, "But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, and patience," man. "Persecution, afflictions, which came unto me," you see, "at Antioch, and Ignums, Iconium, okay. Iconium, Lystra. "What persecutions I endure, but out of them all the Lord delivered me," man. So the true men that keep the full doctrine, they're going to be delivered. Versus those men who's been in this truth and playing, not rooting themselves, not following the Lord wholeheartedly, man. Out here still dipping and dabbing in the world. You know what I mean? Like, the Lord is exposing all that in these times, man. But the ones who kept the doctrine and walking through persecution and doing what the Lord wants them to do, man, they're going to be acceptable, man. They've been tried, man. The Lord is going to accept them, man. Because why? They stayed with the Lord, man. They're not out here talking about, well, what I want to do with the Hoovers. Go ahead, brother.
Alright. This is just a quick precept, just tagging on what the elder was going into. Beautiful, man. It's Revelation 3:16. It says, "So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth," man.
That's right. That's right, brother. And hey, it's a lot being spit out.
You don't see it fit. The Lord said those unacceptable individuals that we don't find acceptable in the spirit, they're born in vain. Okay? The Lord said they're born in vain. Because he said I left a remnant, you know, in Israel. So you have to understand, if he left a remnant, these are chosen, right? Alright, and the ones that are not a part of this remnant, they're chosen unto death. They're chosen to be condemned by the devices that they've engaged in on this side, man. Okay? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 18. It says, and now when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live. So it's talking about this time, the world, this world right here. It says, no man spake against me. For then everyone obeyed. What did the elder just bring out? He brought out that they didn't ground themselves in truth and stay fully into the doctrine, man. You know, they gave themselves over to a little bit of truth here, then a little bit of the world here. You know, dipping and dabbing, being lukewarm, as the brother brought out too. It says, for then everyone obeyed, but now the manners of them which are created in this world are made corruptible. Are made that sloppy. But now the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by a perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable rid themselves. Okay? It says, so I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that would come into it. And we always talk about Esau's devices, man. His left-hand side and the things that he brings into the world, man. The fleshly characteristic traits that our people have adapted to due to wickedness being in the world, man. You know, and them not having knowledge of righteousness. It says, and I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster. What's that grape of the cluster? That's that remnant. Give me Isaiah 5. It says, and a plant of a great people. We're that great people. You Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. We're that. The elect is that grape that he kept, that good grape. And it says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Okay? So that remnant is going to make perfect. We're going to receive glory. Because what? We've been partakers of the sufferings on this side. We've refrained ourselves from the world. We've changed. We turned from the old man. Turned from the old life. You know? To pursue what? Righteousness and good tidings. Okay?
I got a precept. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 59. Let's start at verse 59. For this is the life whereas Moses spake unto the people while they lived, saying, choose thee life, that thou mayest live. Verse 6, nevertheless, they did not believe him. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him. No, nor me, which has spoken unto them, that they should not be such heaviness in their destruction, man. So when y'all don't listen to the prophets, the Lord got heaviness for the destruction he's going to bring for y'all, man. As shall be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. See, but as prophets, when we find a soul that listen and take heed and follow, we are happy. Because why? We persuaded them to salvation. We persuaded them with fear of the Lord, man. And we have joy of that, man. Because why? Going through this world in this truth, man, when you don't have a lot of people amongst you and the Lord got you to and fro by yourself, not around a big camp, it fucks with you because you're walking by yourself in this truth. But when you meet other souls and they like-minded and they have the right doctrine, you're in joy. Why? Because it's an ease from your mind. Because why? You're vexed. You don't have much resources for this through this truth. You know, you don't have a lot of resources to reach out to other elders and stuff. You know, so it brings a joy in you, man. It makes you think like, no, I'm not crazy, Lord. Your word is right. I'm not crazy, you know?
Confirmation in the spirit. The scripture talks about be amongst like-minded individuals. Mm-hmm. You know, these are brothers that have the same thought process as we do. You know, it's according to what we're reaching for, what we're striving for, which is salvation. You know? So like you said, it brings us joy when somebody's willing to listen, actually understand. You know, because we're mocked all the day long. You know, we're looked at and despised because of what we teach. You know, and what we believe and stand for. You know, so like like you said, man, it brings joy.
I got a precept to back that
Mhm.
spirit up. This is Luke 15, and the point is in verse 10, but I'll start at verse 8 for some context. It says, either what woman having 10 pieces of silver, if she lose one piece, does not light a candle and sweep the house and seek diligently till she find it? And when she hath found it, she calleth her friends and her neighbors together, saying, rejoice with me, for I have found the piece which I had lost. Likewise, I say unto you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of Yahweh over one sinner that repenteth. So that's the same spirit, you know, when the gospel is being preached. Just take ourselves for example. You know, when we heard the truth, we know that was a joy unto us, but much more in the heavens when the Lord sees his children waking up, you know, hearkening unto the truth. So it's a beautiful thing for us to see that same spirit start to take place in another individual, man. It's comforting to us. It reassures us and it solidifies that what the Lord has been showing us hasn't been folly, you know.
And I just want to say something, even though it might be off topic, but it's getting on my nerves. I'm tired of you so-called white people. Y'all sit up here not understanding that this is not just something that we just came together and be like, we're gonna be Israelites. This is in the Bible, man. The Lord said his people are gonna wake up from being what? Called black. From wake up from being what? Called African. We're gonna wake up, bro. We realize we are Israelites. This ain't no fucking get along game where we just thinking, oh no, this is a spiritual thing, man. This activated brothers, man. Brothers was living like a nigga, then turned around and got activated when he heard the word, you know? We heard Yahweh's voice, and it turned our whole life around, man. You know? Like, this is not nothing that it was planned, bro. I mean, it was planned through the Lord, but far as our flesh, this wasn't planned, man. We were chosen to do this, man. So you devils, man, go on with that bullshit, man. And the ones who truly know, y'all know. Y'all know what's supposed to happen. So warn your lower class, okay? Because we tired of warning them. Go warn your lower class. Go tell them what's going on. Because they looking at us like, what the fuck are you niggas doing?
Right.
You know? Well, really, what we're doing is in the same book that they open every Sunday. What we're doing is in that same book they open every Sunday, but they don't go into it. They pastor don't go into it, man. Go ahead, brother. Yeah.
And just to add on to what the elder was saying, you know, about how, you know, in the flesh, this wasn't planned, and then how you wanted to, they don't bring it up in the church. Jake was in the church. Jake was security in the church. Jake in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? Jake, even though I was in the church security, you know, for the head pastor and everything, Jake never really looked into the scriptures in that time, right? But then, Yahweh Shah had me actually look into the scriptures, and that's how I woke up and I realized, wait, I'm an Israelite, like the other was just saying, and I got up out of there. I got up out of that church, and you know, they've been calling Jake, come back. I'm like, no, I mean, you done. I'm not going back, bro.
Debo back. Okay. We got one on aisle 5.
Jake was in there, earpiece on. Earpiece up on the mic.
Doing folly. How the church got security? It's supposed to be the house of the Lord.
Jake was in the church calling out there. So I can attest to that, man.
That's how you know Christians ain't shit. Christians ain't shit, man. Christians ain't shit. What y'all doing with earpieces in the church? Telling people where they can't sit.
Right. No, we're going to sit you right here.
Yeah, you know, that's crazy.
But that's how it was.
It's crazy.
Want to make the church a little full on camera?
Yeah.
They got a big list.
Why you go in that motherfucker? Hey.
Right. Everybody's got it all over the place.
Hey, why you playing? That's exactly how it was. That's exactly how it was.
Redemption.
And religious. And redemption. That's exactly how it was.
He was security for John Gray.
Security for a church.
Hey, shit, for John Gray and Ron Carpenter.
Yeah, Ron, that was the first.
That was the first. me. Lord had the brother come to me, and boom, Jay got up out of there. Jay came. The Lord quickened my spirit, man.
Huh? You got a
Verse
precept?
6.
I'm holding Isaiah
Go ahead, brother. You got it.
Oh, that Isaiah 5.
Mhm.
Now it's over.
You got it.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna just bring out the simple fact that it's a narrow path when you walk in this truth, man. You know what I mean? Like it's so narrow to the point that when the Lord actually start dealing with you, a lot of Jays don't want to do it. They don't want to go through that path, man. But there's gonna be certain men that will. You know what I mean? But a lot of Jays don't want to. I'm gonna read up from 2nd Ezra. I just happen to forget that. Yeah, it talks about the narrow. It says there is also another city. There is also another thing, Salah. A city is builded. It is set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow. You see, it's narrow to be granted to the kingdom. You know, it's a narrow walk, and it is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, man. And that's the Lord talking about a high hell and water we got to go through in living in this place, man. You know, you got to walk through the fire and swim through the deep water, man, in this place, man. You have to, especially when you're serving the Lord, because that's the only way the Lord going to accept you, man. Listen, if the Lord has to prep his men to be ready for what he's about to bring, man. You know? And those men some of these men have been in states to where they're already like, what more can be taken from me, man? Now I'm ready. I'm ready. What more can be taken from me? What other state could I be in? I'm ready, but I'm not ready. I'm ready, but I'm ready. I'm ready, but I'm not, you know? But you have to have that in the mind state, because we don't know what the Lord going to take us through. Our salvation may be scarce. He said it, or ain't no may. It is. Salvation is going to be scarce, man. So, hey, the path we walking right now before destruction come, how much more you think it's going to be when destruction come? You know? It says, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man that go through at once, man. You see that? So that means what? Brother, everybody ain't fucking making it, man. Everybody ain't fucking making it. Go through at once, one man at once, man. Hey, that's cold, man.
That's scarce time.
Ain't no everybody just run in. They say, bro, watch out, man. I'm getting on through first, man. Watch out, man. Watch out, I'm trying to get through, man. You know, hey, that's how it's gonna be. That's how Jake's spirit should be for this truth. You should be wanting to fight. You should want to fight, man. Like, yeah, I want to be in that. I want to be in that line, or not even in the line. I want to make it to the Lord. Allow me to slide through the line. You know, you know. You don't want to fight, because right now we're all fighting. We don't know who the Lord done chose. We're all fighting to get through that gate, man. We're all fighting. It's a tassel spiritually, bro. You know, because we don't know. We don't know if we chose it, but we fighting. You know,
That goes back to that scripture that you roughly paraphrased earlier. I'll read it.
Go ahead, brother.
2 Peter 1:10 says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall never fall." And so essentially, it's not a contradiction. That's not you making yourself of the elect. That's no, if the Spirit is upon you and the Lord has blessed you to receive faith, then you should be exercising that faith to the utmost. So that way there's no doubt in your mind. You know, because that's one thing that the Lord can set up for us as individuals is if you're doubting before the Lord even comes, what assurance do you have? That means that you can point out somewhere something that you did not do that you're essentially condemning yourself before the Lord even has to say anything. So that's why you're supposed to make your calling and election sure by giving diligence. So that way the only condemnation that comes is what the Lord's judgment is.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's not something that you prevented for yourself, you know what I'm saying, in your life.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's why that word diligence in that scriptures means so much. That word diligence is people just look at it and they don't really dig into that, man. But you really gotta be diligent in this walk, man.
Right.
The basic shit ain't gonna cut it.
Right.
You're gonna be one of the ones, like you said, trying to walk in that line and you getting stopped at the door. You hey, hold on, wait your turn.
You wanna be a champ? You wanna be a mediocre boxer?
You
You wanna be mediocre, nigga. That's what you wanna be.
You wanna do?
You wanna be a champ, man. You gotta suffer.
Yeah.
You gotta suffer. You gotta strive. You gotta bring more brotherly love. You gotta confess your fleshly thoughts to him. You gotta do all that to him, man. You gotta tell him to purge away the shit that you know is wrong, that you may want to do. You know, you have to actually fight the battle and actually walk and accept when the Lord tells you no. You know, because some Jakes, I know if you walking in this truth, you can hear the Lord tell you no, and you still do it. What are you? Some Jakes will still do it to escape persecution or escape tribulation. You know what I mean? We're not set up for that. Just like I had to tell him, you know, he was in a situation to where he could escape persecution in a way, but we both looked at it and I talked to him spiritually like, Jake, I don't think the Lord gonna want you to walk
that way.
cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think the Lord gonna want you to walk cool. You know? Because hey, he set it up for a way, but the brother also prayed because he didn't want him to go a certain way. And the Lord allowed that to work for him. You know, so it shows you, man, like
Through sacrifice.
through sacrifices, exactly.
Sacrifice.
Because he gave it to him through a sacrifice. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right, brother. So when you in this truth, man, it has to be sincere with the Lord, man. And you have to, like I say, you can't be afraid to be without, man. Don't be afraid, bro. Because that's where our prayer come in. When we're without, bro, how can you know your prayers work, man? If you always got it. How can you know your prayers work? That's how I walk. When I know brother may need something, I give my last. Or I don't have none. I done gave everything out, bills and kids. Now I have to see if my prayers work. I have to see if my prayers work, man. I have to see if it's going to come. I have to see. I have to test the Lord. I have to test my Lord. He tests me all the time. He tests me all the time. So now, okay, you know what, Lord? So I'm gonna give all myself. I'm gonna give everything away. I'm gonna give it all the way through sacrifice. Now I'm gonna see if my prayers work with thee. You know? I'm gonna see if my prayers work, Lord. I'm gonna see if you hear me and listen to me. You know? Because I serve you enough. So therefore, okay, I got to see if my prayers work, man. I have to. You know? We have to. Because, hey, we pray every day. But everybody still able to get up and do. Everybody's not in a praying state to where we have to see if it works. You know, we have to actually see if the Lord is going to do it, fulfill it for us. You know?
Yeah, that's an example.
And you have to also realize that accept what the Lord don't want for you, man. Because a lot of us battle our flesh and what we rather do, but not focusing on what the Lord really wants for us or wants us to do. And I myself have battled that. I know all brothers have, but I myself battled that, you know, and I pray like for the Lord to, you know, hey, make me understand, you know, thy way more. Put me in a place where show me how you want me to serve you. You know? Because brother, he's gonna show different brothers how he wants them to serve in different ways, man, because we've all come from different walks of life. We've all done we all have different fleshly traits that are diverse. And we've all done things that the Lord weighs our spirits upon. Meaning that there's certain things that we can do in the flesh that the Lord will look at and be like, okay, you're this type of person. But it might not be the same for the next brother. Mm-hmm. You know, he might not have that trait you have. So the Lord's going to deal with you different. The Lord's going to want you to serve him a different way. This brother might have a problem with. He might have been in the world and he loved money and he money this, money that, and he has a problem giving. So the Lord might deal with him differently than another brother that's already willing to give because he don't have no care for it. That brother don't have no care, so you have to also weigh those things in your mind too. Like, you have different demons than different brothers, so you have to inquire to the Lord how he wants you to serve him. What way? Show me. What is something that I'm doing that I could be doing better, or something that I need to purge out through prayer and fasting? These are things that are in my mind, and I feel like it should be in all brothers' mind.
I got this precept real quick. Book of Sirach, chapter 35, verse 7. Book of Ecclesiasticus. The sacrifice of a just man is acceptable, and the memory thereof shall never be forgotten, man. And hey, when you sacrifice walking with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, souls are going to realize that, man. The souls are going to realize that, and the Lord is going to have it go back tenfold to you. It may not come the way you want it, but the Lord will show you, man. He'll show you. He'll show you. He'll show you, man. So, your sacrifices are always acceptable to the Lord. Well, I can't say, because the Lord don't deal with a lot of some brothers' sacrifices, man. You know what I mean? So, hey, it has to be acceptable. Because you can sacrifice, and the Lord don't even allow it to go through. And now, you have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself. You have to look at yourself like, damn, I just sacrificed this, but it didn't prosper. So you have to look at yourself then. If you're getting sacrifices and you put forth that sacrifice and you don't see it grow, you have to look at yourself, because you might be a wicked man doing those sacrifices, man.
Yeah, that goes back to Samuel, the book of Samuel too, where it says obedience is better than sacrifice. Because you can give a sacrifice and the Lord not receive it because it wasn't right in the Lord's eyes. You can also give a sacrifice and the Lord look at you like, I never asked you for that. So you're doing things according to your own heart, but you're trying to please a spiritual power, right? So when you start to subject yourself to that spiritual power, then you'll know when it's needful to sacrifice or when it's just needful to be obedient.
And also this too, the mind you have when you sacrifice. You're not supposed to, because I think in Tobit, it talks about giving tithes and how you give tithes without grudging. And your sacrifice is supposed to be the same.
I'm gonna go down to verse 12. Do not think to corrupt with gift, for such. I'm gonna go up a little bit. No, do not think to corrupt with gifts, for such he will not receive, and trust not to unrighteous sacrifices. For Yahweh is judge, and with him is no respect of persons, man.
That's right.
So like the brother was saying, go ahead, brother.
He's not going to accept unrighteous sacrifices, man.
That's right.
Like I say, the mind you have when you do sacrifice is important as well, because the Lord's going to weigh that too. If you in your mind thinking you mad about giving something, or giving away what you about to sacrifice, the Lord ain't about to accept that, because your heart ain't right doing it.
Or you're just giving sacrifices thinking, oh, it's gonna cover my sins.
To be seen.
To be seen.
It's supposed to be sincere, man. Just like how he says your arms are supposed to be done in private, your sacrifice is supposed to be done sincerely in private as well, too, man.
That's right.
It don't have to be seen by men, man. As long as the Lord sees what you're doing, that's what matters. Man can't save you. Man don't pardon your sins. Man is not gonna keep you hid in the day of wrath. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is, man. According to Zephaniah 3, give me I think it's chapter 3, verse 2 or 3. I think it says that we'll be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. See, do these things, so roughly paraphrase.
2 and 3. Zephaniah chapter 2, And verse 3, seek ye the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
See, it may be that you may be hidden in the Lord's anger. So you have to remain meek and humble in your sacrifices. You know, like he said, stop being afraid to go without. You know, if you know this world right here is a facade and it's all about to come to naught, why are you worried about what you about to not have when you about to receive more? If you continue doing the things that you need to do to be worthy.
And why are you holding on to shit you don't use?
Ain't no inside.
How you holding on to shit you don't use? Or you think you're gonna cross over to the kingdom? Nah, that shit ain't coming to the kingdom, man.
Yeah.
We don't want none of you saw shit, man. Crossing over, man. Throw that shit in the trash, man.
They order in 2020.
Yeah, man. Crazy work, man. You should be ready to go home. You should get rid of everything. I'm ready to go home.
Sell some of that
Yeah,
shit, man. Brothers been struggling. Sell some of that shit, man.
My computer shit. No computer. Inside joke, man. Inside joke.
You funny, man.
Oh shit! Yeah, that
Being real, I'm on brother's ass.
Yeah, God.
But yeah, man. You know, we got to be ready we got to be ready to be a sacrifice, man. You know, we got to be ready, man. You know, this is bigger than us just showing brotherly kindness, man. We have to be ready now. We're gonna be tried, man. You know, we're actually gonna be tried fleshly, man. We're actually gonna be in front of maybe another brother being beheaded, man. You next, you know. You don't know, man. You know, we don't know what time we're in, but we have to prepare our mind to be a sacrifice, man.
Kind.
You know.
That's like kind. That's like that account. Those brothers and their mother, where they were supposed to, the seventh kind. They were supposed to eat. They was trying to make them eat the pork, and each brother was like no. And you know, the last brother had to watch all the other 6 brothers get killed right there in front of him.
He was the youngest.
And he was the youngest, kind.
And he still had the heart to go sacrifice as the youngest.
That's right. And the youngest still said no. Not eating that
Now I
shit.
got a quick precept too, then back on the point that you were making about the mindset when you give a sacrifice, but also behind the same point of the Lord's not dealing with a wicked sacrifice. Right? This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 27. It says, the sacrifice of the wicked is abomination. How much more when he bringeth it with a wicked mind.
Right. Right.
What's that?
That was Proverbs 21 and 27. So that was written plain. Yeah. But yet you're still gonna have individuals do it. You know, you're still gonna have a wicked individual bringing a wicked sacrifice, and they're not even wholeheartedly giving that sacrifice, which again just shows you it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. To have you being dallied with, thinking that your sacrifice is gonna make you acceptable before the Lord, man. You know, when you come to serve the Lord, like it says in the book of Hebrews, he that cometh to the Lord must first believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Understanding who the Heavenly Father is knowing that he's a righteous judge, and that he sees and he can discern the intents of the heart. He don't just care what it appears like on the outside. The Lord knows your spirit and your integrity or the lack thereof, man. And he can judge you based off of things that this world you can't even begin to discover what even Esau science. You know, Esau can do a body scan, show you what your brain look like on the inside, but he can't tell you what your spirit look like. You know, the Lord can.
And to lean back on what the brother's saying, man, like me, honestly, man, I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. If I gotta give somebody something and it's making me feel like I don't want to, I ain't even gonna give it to him. I ain't about to give it to him because I just feel like, why should I give it to him when I give it to him, I'm gonna have a fucked up spirit about it, bro. So I don't even do it, bro. You know, I feel like I'm not gonna do it, bro. But if the Lord give me to go send somebody something and I feel cheerful about it, I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm not gonna go give somebody something and I got a spirit of not doing it, bro. I just feel like I don't know, bro. Sometimes I just feel like I don't think the Lord want me to give to him, no matter what my flesh may want to do. You know, my flesh may be like, well, Lord, I want to give it to him. And the Lord like, nah, I don't think you should, you know. And so it's just like certain situations, man. Like I feel like I don't want the Lord to look at me giving somebody a gift and having a fucked up heart about it, bro. So I'm just not even gonna give it, bro. Or I have to wait and pray and change my spirit and then give it, you know, so I can make sure I won't have a fucked up heart about it, man. You know, and that's how I move, man. You know, I'm not finna give somebody something and my spirit is not right about it, man. You know, I don't want that. I don't want the Lord to look at me like that. So I'll wait and pray about it. And if the Lord give me a different spirit and change it, then call Allah Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. But I have a fear that I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to give a brother something and I'm like, man, damn, why the fuck I gave that brother something, but they get that shit, man. I could have just kept that shit. Nah, Jay don't want to feel like that. You know what I mean? They don't want to feel like that.
Then too, you have to take into account too that if you have a spirit of not feeling comfortable when sacrificing or whether it's tithes, whether it's just a sacrifice for a brother that's in need, or you know, and you have a ill mind whether you should do it or not, that's wavering. You're wavering in your faith as well, because you're approaching the sacrifice not believing that the Lord is gonna replace what's being put out. You know, that it's not gonna come back to you. You know what I mean? And the Lord says that we should ask in faith without wavering. And we should do in faith without wavering too as well. Meaning the things that we do, don't be things we should, and I'm talking to myself first as well too. Whenever I speak, I talk to myself as well as try to edify others, you know. But let us ask without having the thought of doubt. You know, tell the Lord, like, Lord, if there's any doubt in me, you know, purge it out, Bible shot, you know, and do fast and pray, you know, for that. Because yes, we do have moments where we doubt, and that's a spirit, that's a demon, you know, that's a demon.
Trying to fight that, man.
And you gotta fight. You can't ignore them either, man. You can't. I've learned that you can't ignore the attacks. Some brothers bypass it and be like, oh, I had this wicked thought, like, dang, boom, but not realizing the more that you let that thought come back, it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow stronger. It's gonna keep going, and then it's gonna affect your actions. Because what's in your mind is gonna relate to what you do.
That's right.
Fight that every day, brother. Fight that every day, brother. Yeah, it's beautiful, brother. Fight that every day, man. It's a fact, man.
Let me get that scripture too.
You know, while you're grabbing that, while you were talking, you reminded me that I did a lesson through the Spirit 2 weeks ago titled Tithes and Offerings Display Your Faith. Because like you're going into how when you give, you got to understand why you're giving it and the benefit of that. That's a part of the reason why most Israelites, especially those who claim to believe in the truth, don't do it. Because you don't see the benefit in it. If you truly understood how powerful holy sacrifices and offerings were to the Lord, you would reap that 100-fold, and you would do it. There would be no questions asked about sacrificing or giving. But because you don't see that benefit, you're not doing it, and it is an attack. Like
and that's beautiful. You made that point because you got some Jakes that feel like when I think it was Paul or Peter asked the Lord, "Damn, Lord, how many times must I give to thy brother?" 77 more times, man. You know? And hey, a lot of Jakes think like, man, been doing this for the brother, man. I don't get no money back. I've been doing this, helping the brother, or doing this, and Lord, I ain't. They're inquiring just like Peter inquired when they asked you, I was shot. Like, damn, how many times must I give? Many more times, man. many more times. We are supposed to suffer wrongfully, man. We supposed to give. I don't care what I don't get back. I'm going to give, man, because why? That's the spirit the Lord gave me, man. He gave me the spirit to love brothers, man, and sacrifice for brothers, man. So that's what I do. But I'm not going to be out here sacrificing for any old Jake. Not doing that. You're done. You're done. You're done. Not doing that, man. Not doing that. And then especially in the time that we coming in, man, you need to be more discerning than anything, man. Because you may have a nigga, I'm an Israelite, help me. Man, you're done. What's the Lord's name? Say something in Hebrew. When was the Sabbath? You're going to get questioned, nigga, coming up on me. Because you could be wicked trying to be saved, man. You're going to get questioned coming upon Jake, man. See, if you a real Israelite, nigga. Right. Could be motherfucker saying he an Israelite with the whole mark of the beast in him. And you next to him. You know what I'm saying? This is shit that you got to wake up to, man. This is shit that we going to be amongst, man.
I got you right here.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. I'll start at verse 1. It says, when thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
That's right.
So, matter of fact, I'll keep reading. It says, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms.
Right.
Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. All right. So again, you're supposed to know who you're supposed to sacrifice for, who you're giving it to, and how that is going to affect you. You're supposed to be aware of that.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. That's right. Hey, like I said, man, you motherfuckers running up on Jake, man, y'all gonna get questioned. And I don't give a fuck if you're an Israelite. First of all, if you say you're an Israelite, you gonna get questioned according to the book. You a Christian, you can get the fuck on through. You can get the fuck on away from Jake. You say you call out you're an Israelite in that time? Let me see your hand, nigga. Bitch, let me see your hand. Yeah. Let me see if you got the mark. You know, because you can just be screaming, looking for safety when you done already took the mark, man.
Yeah.
We are not fools, man. The Lord ain't gonna have no fools in this time, man. You're not gonna be able to take the chip and sneak around and think you're gonna be fucking saved, nigga. The man that has a true spirit, nigga, we on your ass, nigga. We on your ass, nigga. We on your ass, nigga. You an Israelite? Well, you getting questioned, nigga. What's the name of the Lord, nigga? Let me see your hand, nigga. You know? What's the name of Israel? You know? In Hebrew. We want to know all these things. You ain't about to just run up on Jake and scream at Israelite and think you're going to get saved. Hell no. You're done. You're done.
We ain't working no trades.
I'm going to ask, what camp was you following?
That's a good question. What camp was you following? It's not GMS. You're done.
How you I see?
And then even if you say GMS, what's the elder's name? What's some of these elders' names? You ain't about to just yell GMS. We need to count. We need to know names and who you watch. For me to actually think I'm gonna help you, nigga.
And that's beautiful you bringing that out because it's just.
Yeah, I'm reflecting on everything that can happen, bro. Like, we are about to be in some spirit of discernment times, man.
I got
a lot.
Put on my spirit, like what happened at work this week. You know, we live in a big, we work in a big plant. There's a lot of people, we've had incidents. Me and this brother had incidents with people coming up to us asking what we believe in because they've seen us on the plow. You know, he's had it 3 times with him, and I've had it, I think, once or twice. No, once.
See, y'all ain't saved.
So,
but Esau knows, boy. Esau knows. Esau being that mad as hell looking at your ass.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, he got a lot of eyes on you, man. But I had, like you said, we gotta test the spirit amongst these anybody that comes, because you got agents come unto us, and I was training a Jake, and you know, he got to asking me personal questions, you know, and these questions were
Nowhere near pertaining to the job.
At all.
No, it was as if it came from the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he asked me about my situation, which was crazy. I've never expounded to him about my situation at all, and he kind of asked me, you know, these questions, which gave me the alert, like I need to test this man's spirit, you know, because he was kind of testing me, and I feel like it was the Lord testing me to see if I would reveal anything to him. Eventually, I ain't let him know what I was. I told him I'm just a spiritual man, you know. And he began to say, you know, well, I got a cousin, man. He be watching these people in purple and gold and stuff. And I'm like, word, you know, I'm acting like I don't know, you know. I'm acting like I don't know.
That's what you gotta do.
You know, and he was just steady trying to pick and trying to get answers, you know. And I wouldn't, you know, I never engaged and let him know, like. I'm an Israelite, like I prophesied. I didn't have the spirit to, you know. But that goes to say, like, you're gonna have people that are trying to infiltrate our lives. They could be paid off by Esau, man. You know, like the brother say, we gotta test everybody's spirit that's around us, man. If a stranger come up to you asking you personal questions like that pertain to your faith or your home, you know,
It's not normal.
It's not normal. It's not normal.
They done seen you or know about the movement.
Yeah, or I done heard something about you in the vicinity. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Go ahead. It's like,
Well, which one? Who?
Yeah,
I had a quick precept.
Go
Get on
ahead.
Just real quick. This First John 4, this is chapter 1. Salakia. This is First John chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because many false prophets are going out into the world."
right.
Just adding that on to what brothers was saying.
That's beautiful. Like the brother was going into, man. It's like when the more you reserved at a big place, you know, working facility or whatever you are, man, you're being watched because you're not moving amongst as everyone else is moving. You're different, and they spot that. The wicked spot that, and like in my situation at the job, man, it was two Edomites talking about politicians and shit. And what they did was they seen me like just, you know, chilling. I don't wear no headphones, so it's like awkward. Like, you know, playing music. How he's focused like that. So like, I'm just minding my business. They walk over and ask me questions saying, "Yeah, have you ever heard about the Black Hebrew Israelites? They're freaking." You know, they're fucking crazy, man. They really believe that they're the chosen, you know, that, you know, they have a really bad, like, way of explaining things. And it's like, they add stuff to the Bible, and it's like, I felt through the spirit, it was Yahweh Shemeshah testing me, because that angered me.
Mm-hmm.
It angered the shit out of me, because, like, why are you sending these people to vex me?
Mm-hmm.
And I can't do nothing, because I know I'm going to lose my job, because how it's fucking pissing me off. And I had to be like, I had to lie and say, I don't know what you're talking about. I have to sit there and just play stupid. And just roll with it, even though it's vexing the shit out of my spirit. And they do this shit like almost every 2 weeks. Just to see if Jake on break.
Yeah, they know what y'all into.
And I seen a video of the brother Kazak from Mississippi camp. Yeah, Mississippi camp. He made a video a while back talking about how in your workplace, don't think the Lord don't have certain individuals watching you, and don't think the Lord don't have angels in their work watching you as well. That's looking out for you, you know. And I've expressed to this brother, you know, how there's 3 Northern Kingdom Jakes, you know, 2 Jakes and 1 Zion, or 1 Northern Kingdom woman that be watching out for Jake. You know, that come to me and tell me, hey, watch out for this Edomite. Watch out for that Edomite. You know, this Edomite does this Edomite does that. You know, and I weigh these things, and then when I have these random strangers come up to me, you know, I see it through the spirit. Like, yeah, like we're in that time for, hey, we're gonna come up and get questioned. We're gonna be see if we stand on integrity. You know, but the Lord will give you a spirit when it's the time to speak. You know, but that goes to say that we have to be vigilant and test people around us because we're being tested. You know, We're being tested. And it's a strange thing when it happens to you. You know? Because the man asking me personal questions. He's like,
You gotta laugh first.
you feel me?
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like,
And it's like, how do you even know? And it's like,
You know what I'm saying?
it's the Lord.
yeah.
The Lord saying, if I'm gonna spill anything to this man, I ain't spilling nothing. I ain't spilling nothing. I don't even know you. But you come to me telling me such and such, and you asking a question about something I don't even. How you know I'm going to do that?
Something ain't got nothing to do with them.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm telling you, man. Hey, and we work in a big place. Damn near 20,000 people there throughout 24 hours, man. You, at night, you probably roughly got a cool 6,000 people there. You know, during the day, you got probably damn near 8, 10. You know, so imagine when we don't work and we're out amongst the city, when chaos is happening. You know, or before the chaos happens, in time of persecution, we're off the plow, and you're gonna have different spirits come up to you, asking, and I see you. How will you act? How will you respond in that day? You know, how will you respond?
That happened to the disciples, you know, the apostles. That happened to Peter. He was approached 3 different times. Nah, you is one of them.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. We in that same, you know.
We know who you is.
Nothing new under the sun. It's gonna happen again. The only difference is, are you gonna stick true to what you've been taught and what you know?
And I have certain, like, there's some days where I have to pretend amongst them, because if I don't, they're gonna come to me and ask me, "You've been quiet lately. Why you ain't, you know, what's wrong?"
They always ask you that. What's wrong? What's wrong? You good?
Okay,
You good?
You alright?
Damn.
You going through something?
Can I be
and like it don't dawn on me until like
Yeah.
so like sometimes I have to like loosen up just to keep them at bay.
And see, that's why you see me like,
Yeah,
sometimes
you
it's
have
like,
to,
bro,
but
they'll keep fucking with me.
They'll, you know, I have to make, you have to make it seem like whatever the thought they already have, that it's not it.
Yeah.
You have to play games with them.
Keep making them guess.
You know? Yeah, you gotta keep making them guess, be mysterious. You know, because hey man, we target.
I feel that. That's
For real.
what, sometimes
For real.
when I'm going to my job, I just, what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have days where I do that. I
Like,
have days
you know,
where I have days where I talk to.
4:22.
Go my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. Yeah, I guess I can say this. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall, man.
See?
And that's what these brothers are doing at work.
What book
You
was
know?
that?
Ecclesiastes.
Book of Sirach, Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 22. Accept no person against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall, man. And that's what their co-workers are trying to do to these brothers. Cause them to fall, man. That's why they're questioning them, you know? But hey, they refrain to speak, you know? Because why? They being supplantive, man, because we know we still have to live. It's not that we fearing these devils. No, we don't fear these devils. We just know, like, look, now ain't the time to be telling them who we are and how we move. Now is the time to move prudent and wise, man, and be harmless as a dove right now, man. You know, wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove right now. So what? We'll be, the Lord allows us to take off soon. You know? He allows us to take off soon, but as of right now, persecution is nigh. So you brothers gotta stay up under the radar, man. You know?
And if like say for instance, the Jake that asked me, you know, that was talking about his cousin, you know, watching IUIC and all that. A Jake that just knew coming in, he gonna have that zeal on him. He gonna. If somebody say something about Israelites, boom, you already know it.
He go.
You know how that zeal is.
Yeah, he won too.
That's all that's right there.
You know about Hebrew Israelites?
Ball with his hand.
We see, I didn't have that spirit to tell him, like, you know, he not knowing that, you know, I'm prophesying on every weekend. You not knowing it, but it's like I say, a new Jake coming in the truth, he would have been spilled.
Yeah.
Been spilled it, because he would have had that zeal on him. We've been eager to teach
You know,
that would've been
that
me,
first
man.
zeal is a motherfucker.
That
First zeal is a motherfucker, bro. When Lord give you that first zeal, bro, you go against the world.
He taking on the whole world.
I said with that first zeal, Jay, I was in Columbia. I started a whole little school. Esau came to me like, Donovan, you got too many people over there. You got the cadet war, you got too much going on. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that first seal is a motherfucker. I'm telling you, that first seal, boy, had you ready for anything.
God,
Boy, after that first seal passed, you start realizing ain't nobody listening.
Yeah.
You start realizing, like, the Lord put you in that state, like, see, ain't nobody listening to you, nigga. Ain't nobody listening to you, son.
Seeing they
You know,
spirits looking at you crazy.
And then, as time go on, you start getting that spirit, that fuck 'em spirit. Fuck 'em. They don't want to listen, fuck 'em.
Shake your dust off.
Yeah, kind. You start getting that spirit, man. Then the Lord will start giving you a spirit to not open your mouth amongst certain people that speak out dumb shit. Because what good is his wisdom towards that mind? You know?
That's not your first.
Go ahead, kind.
But that reminds me too of Romans 12:18, especially about the situation that y'all describing. It says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So again, we gotta move with wisdom. That's essentially what it is. You know, it's not us, because you have certain people from the outside looking in like, oh, so y'all being hypocrites. Y'all saying y'all believe it, but you tell us, you know, it seems hypocritical to the world. But no, we have to, like the elder said, be as wise as serpents and harmless as doves. So we're gonna go amongst the workplace. We still gotta provide for ourselves, you know, eat, you know, be clothed, you know, however the Lord sees fit for our life. We still have to do those things, but with wisdom. We in that work talking about, you know, when your boss tell you, hey, you're late, you come late again, I'm gonna fire you. Well, Revelation say that you're going in jail. Right.
So who are you to talk to me? I said you wouldn't do it.
I ain't gonna lie. The Lord will have me in the spirit sometimes and they're angry because I'm feeling like a peasant that I'm working under these devils, and like it had me like want to say something to these devils, but like I don't. You know what I mean? Now I have moments where I'll talk shit. You know, I tell the devil, you know, I tell him some shit in a manner that the Lord allow it. But it, you know, it's not something that's gonna be done like every time to every devil that they come up to me, man. You know what I mean? The Lord see it fit if I open my mouth at that moment and say it, I can say it. But He has a spirit dwelling in me that, you know, hey, you can't do that. Don't say that. Don't say that to him. You know what I mean? I let you get by sometimes. But
So I said, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you. So certain things the Lord will let us, you know, slide. I say certain things aren't even for the moment, but ultimately through wisdom, you know, we still gotta live amongst this world, so we gotta move with discretion, with wisdom.
now you gotta get fired.
Yeah,
You told Esau he going into slavery.
Yeah.
Now you gotta look for another job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just ain't wise, man. You gotta, like I said, we gotta walk. You gotta walk and use our wisdom, man.
Matter of fact,
I got.
just continue on real quick.
Yeah.
You got it, brother. It's like Romans 12:19. The next verse it says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord." You know, so essentially, like the brother said, you get on fire, that zeal, you know the truth, and you angry, so you want to lash out sometimes, but ultimately, we gotta wait.
Yeah.
The Lord gonna let us get that vengeance, but it's according to His time. You know, you gotta wait.
And I was gonna go into back Ecclesiasticus, book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 11 says, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his wrath has not been altogether wiped away." We're talking about Esau and Job, man. Esau will try to relate to you in so many powerful ways to where he wants to break you into revealing who you really are when they have an eye on you, like, oh man, this man has to be this guy seen on downtown or on video or whatever. Somebody may have recommended, like, look, you see this? And then he may have seen it and seen you in it. And we're like, is that guy? Is that same guy seen in this video? And try to like come to you. He see that you may have like a spirit not as joyful as others, or you were more reserved, he gonna try to test you. Like, anything happening at home? You got everything's good at home. Esau loved to talk about shit about outside of work things or relate to your emotions or your feelings to get inside your head. Even the managers, they love to sit down. They love to have sit downs with you. They say they do it to make a place like we're here every day, so it's like your second home. They will feed you all this bullshit just to get you to break, Jake, and they will use that shit against you. So don't give trust. It says before that verse, it says, verse 10, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron wrestles, so is his wickedness, man. This man is after you. So don't trust this man. Don't regardless of the way he offers you at that job. Fuck that man.
Like my gray shirt, the one with the beard. Like I said, you see how
try to act cool.
I find like the little relationship we got, cause I talk shit to him.
Yeah.
But he still ain't figured me out. You know what I mean?
He trying to.
I don't let him figure me out. Yeah, he trying to. I tell Esau, man, you come here, you wanna work, Jake?
I think
you wanna work Jake to death? I said, man, look, man, niggas is tired. Jake got life outside of here, and just cause you in here every day and you love something, man, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Not that way.
For real. I'm telling you, man, hey, he'll just bypass shit and try to, do little things to get you.
Oh, he definitely will.
Try to get you comfortable under the wing, make you think he cool. And I tell him, look, not gonna make Jake a workhorse. I see how you do. See how you move.
Precept. In Psalms chapter 10, verse 2, the wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let him be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasted in his heart and desired and blessed the covenants, whom Yahweh abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in his thoughts. His ways are grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth up at them, man. And going into that state, man, to where he's talking about how he got to do all this towards Esau, say this towards Esau, because Esau will be in that mind frame of persecuting the poor. He don't give a fuck about niggas, man. All he give a fuck about, as long as his job done, he can stay supervisor. That's all he cares about. He trying to stay supervisor and make niggas do as much work as possible while he do less. That's how these devils do. And then you put Jake in that position. Oh, Jake would just man. Jake worse than Esau. We would rather have Esau back in the supervisor than Jake. Cause Jake,
especially Zion,
Jake, boy,
Zion worse in there, bro.
She had power over a man.
Yeah,
see, this
especially in the warehouse.
And I realize why the Lord can't give you 2/3 power. Now y'all not ordained to have power because y'all will abuse it like Esau and go against your own people. That's why the Lord got to change y'all minds when y'all come to the kingdom. Because y'all be right back on it. Mm-hmm. If y'all kept the same mind today in the kingdom, y'all be right. Well, they're all right, man. They'll be yelling at the house of David. Telling the house of David, they all right. The Edomites are fine, man. Leave them alone, man.
Whole time
to Esau.
Whole time we being persecuted and being raw, heavy labor.
2/3 will argue with the house of David about salvation for Edom. They will argue about it, man. That's why the Lord ain't granting y'all nothing until y'all be reborn. That's the only time y'all can be granted this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, when y'all reborn, man. Because y'all don't want it here. And then y'all still want to save Esau. Why? My question is, why Esau? Why it can't be Ham? Why it can't be Ishmael? Y'all don't care about saving no other nation but Edomites, man. Y'all don't. We get on all nations. Y'all don't be like, well, why don't y'all need to quit talking about Ishmaelites. Y'all need to quit talking about Hamites. Y'all only defend Edom, bro. Y'all only defend Edom. That lets us know, man. Y'all can't be granted in the house of David. Not on this side, nah. Yeah, y'all be granted into the kingdom through rebirth, man. After the Lord cleanse y'all. He has to cleanse y'all, you know, because y'all filthy, man. Y'all filthy. You really got a filthy state of mind. You thinking Esau gonna be saved. You are. That's the most filthiest mind I could ever come across, man. All this shit this man has been doing, and you still got a mindset of thinking he's gonna be saved. Your whole mindset gone, man. Pack him up. Throw a straight jacket on him. Throw a straight jacket on him. You need a straight jacket, nigga. You belong in a psych house, man.
I tried to tell Zion at work about her Edomite boyfriend. We're on a little spiritual path trying to find our way. She asked me, what do you? And this is probably the only. This is probably the only person. Well, I'm not gonna say only person, but this is probably the most that the Lord had me break down something to somebody anyway. You know, and she wanted to accept it, but she didn't. She didn't. She said, I don't know. I think he's different. He might not. I said you'll only know when a time of trouble comes. Where on a grand scale, where what I'm telling you, you're gonna see that man is not for you. You know, and I was trying to tell the sister, it's cool, you like what you like, but this is our enemy. This is the enemy of our people. You know, and I realized, you know, she got pregnant after that and had a baby. So it's like I realized the Lord just had me there for. That was her warning. That was her warning.
I said before, the life and death.
That was her warning. So I didn't talk to her after that. I ain't say nothing. I don't even talk to her now. Yeah. I don't talk to her at all.
Hey, when the prophets come to y'all, man, and present this, man, that's your choice right then and there. That's y'all choice, man. Whether y'all hear or forbear. It's a lot, brother. Go ahead.
Just to back you up, I know. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
That's right.
Just like you said.
I seen that Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, like you said, how they might be cool right now, but let the times of trouble come. You know, they're gonna show their horns, man.
I think it says prove that friend or what?
Yeah.
Plot against the just. And then my thing is this, you don't think that man plot? He probably just like to fuck you and just think I got a handsome nigga woman.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
I got a beautiful nigga
That's
woman.
all they do.
And when you see the Edomite, like that's the vibe I got. Like you got a Zion. She probably fucking you different than the white hoe. Yeah. You know,
Feel different.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying?
It brings his pride all the way up.
How can you lay down at night with the white skin, with the pale man? Pale man.
Pale face.
Pale face.
That's
Man.
what it is.
That's all it is. You know,
That false sense of security, because we just read, like you just said, that money they have right now a facade of security. That money, right? But what we about to see is the same thing, like you just said. When that time of adversity comes, let's see how long that security lasts.
Shit, man, we waiting on the system to crash any day now.
Yeah.
We waiting on it any day now. It could be any day now. You know, any day, bro. And that the media is not telling the people how bad this shit is happening. They're not telling the people how these farmers from Arkansas is crying about the land that they being taken, the foods that they can't grow. You know, this shit is about to get real.
And they're forcing them to spray their crops with I think
pesticide.
the shit to build. What's the shit called?
Wax.
It's called
a peel.
Yeah, a peel.
Bill Gates movement.
Yeah, that's his new shit. The wax can't come off no matter what you do. You can boil it, whatever. It ain't coming off. It ain't coming off.
But they out here worried about Jimmy Kimmel and what he got to say.
Yeah.
All this shit that's
you put garbage.
Right, all this shit, bro. Like, this place is wicked, bro. It's wicked.
I got some.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 from the top. It says, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, right? Because right now, y'all have pleasures, you know? Right now, girls just want to have fun. You know, right now, Jake just caught up in whatever Jake caught up in, right?
That's right.
So, right now is a time where the Lord has given us a time period of grace to remember Him before the evil days come. And don't get it twisted, judgment is already going out. Wow, before Jacob's trouble even kicked
A
off,
lot.
we seeing bodies drop, in different kind of ways. But the scripture says in Ecclesiastes 12:2, it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, and the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. See, the scriptures is describing that evil day. The time after Jacob's trouble has already been kicked off, you're going to see the mirth of the city flee. The daughters of music going to be brought low. Ain't no celebrities popping, throwing ass on the TVs and partying and celebrating. All that's going to be dead. Yeah, ain't no TV. And the grind is going to be ceasing. Ain't no jobs. You're going to see death out in the streets. These are the days and the times that the scriptures have told us are coming. Right? But before those days have even come, the Lord sent his servants, the prophets, to warn y'all. Not because you're going to escape the evil day, but it's so that you have no cloak for your sins in the evil day. So everything that happens will be justified. Right. And again, this is the God that we're telling you about. The God that y'all claim to believe in. The God that you just let his word sit on your desk and collect dust. But talking about in the name of Jesus, bless you. Right. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to show you why he is the only power and that he created life and death, man.
That's right.
And in that creation, he has so many spirits at his disposal to bring judgment. The teeth of wild beasts, fire, the sword, famine. There are spirits that are created for vengeance, and the Lord has reserved them just for this time. For your wicked behavior, for your wicked words, for your wicked thoughts. Right? The Lord has reserved all these judgments for this day. That's right. It says in verse 5, also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets. And essentially, the scripture is describing a normal day, but how your terror is so high that even the slightest things in nature cause you to be afraid and to have no hope and no assurance, man. It said at the sound of a bird, it said at the sound of a grasshopper will be even a burden to you. Because that judgment is right around the corner. Am I going to die from the fucking grasshopper? Because the Lord can do that. The Lord has tiny bugs that just from it stinging you, paralyze you completely, and you slowly deteriorate from the inside out and die.
That's
spirits of vengeance.
That's a power not to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
And man, Zion scared of little bugs.
Spiders and shit.
Man. The evil that's about to come, man, and they scared of bugs.
Yeah.
Man, bro.
Grasshoppers, butterflies, dragonflies.
Imagine a big ugly man.
Right.
What an extra piece.
Just running at you.
Like that thing
What the Lord say? He'll vex you with your own fears, man.
I was gonna get that precept. This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 4 says, I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before my eyes and chose that which is I delighted not.
That's right, man. Like motherfucking bitch. Motherfucking nigga woman could be scared of rats. Lord have her hallucinating, just seeing a bunch of rats. Ain't even no rats there. He just vexing her, bro. And she wicked. You know what I mean? She just screamed herself to death. Just died. Bitches take her life because she's tired of seeing rats.
You gotta think,
there ain't even no rats there.
When you see the homeless, the addicts, that be bugging out like that. They be thinking something on them. That's the Lord. That's the Lord doing that. The Lord putting demons on them and torturing them with strange visions.
Hey, I'm a witness, bro. Cause I'll be here chilling sometime. I'll through my peripheral, I see like a shadow, and it's a light. I'm like, man, what?
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
Are you standing
Lord,
like
don't be
this?
doing that, Lord. Don't be doing that.
Standing like this, come on.
Man, I'm like, man, what the fuck? fuck? Like I'll just happen to see something, or like I'll just look and there'd be a flash of something that's not there, and I'm like, man, whoa, nah, Lord, nah, I ain't ready yet, Lord. I ain't ready yet, nah.
I mean, sometimes you do perceive whether we seeing, angels.
What we seeing? Could be.
I had those experiences myself.
Bro, because I definitely have.
You're not just dealing with, because you got the Lord, who, of course, he got his angels around us, but we also got to deal with the damn master of the sea, Esau, who is also crafting up creatures and beasts and reverse engineering and having two different species combining in labs and shit. And I'm telling them what the Lord's gonna have out here running loose and rampant. We already got them weird ass
squirrels.
rabbits.
You see them squirrels on the rabbit?
With
the warts,
tumors.
Oh, it's harmless. Harmless to who?
So y'all want little animals running out here with horns?
Jay, I seen a video this week. I don't know if y'all ever seen a rabid animal.
Like a raven?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not in person.
I seen it. I seen a raccoon.
They seen this devil shoot this raccoon these 7 times, is still getting up trying to attack. So that's just a rabid animal. That's just an animal with rabies. You gonna have
let alone
beasts out
niggas
here.
running around with switches.
Kinda.
You gotta worry about the beast and motherfucking beast, man. Real life, bro. Real life. You gotta worry about the beast and the people. You close the door on the beast, you got a nigga getting ready to break your door. Now him and the beast coming for you.
Like this.
The beast sitting next to him, wait for him to kick it in, nigga. Kick it in, nigga.
Like that
I'm
video,
going right behind you, nigga.
like that video when he turned around and the lions was on the step. Jay, he was trying to escape, turned around.
Lion was on the step. Then he went the other way. It was another lion.
Waiting on him.
And he recording.
Bro, it's
recording.
I'm telling you, Lord, the Lord gonna have these beasts so patient, ready to eat niggas, man.
A man just got mauled by at a zoo by
Yo, it's crazy.
You seen it?
Yeah, man.
And everybody sat there and watched. They couldn't do anything.
The tiger? Who? The tiger?
No,
It was
the
lion?
lion, a pack of lions. One of them attacked the man, and then 3-4 more just. They said there was 7 of them total. Which is spiritual. 7 of them total just start eating on them. Alive.
Ripping them.
Completely.
Live. They like crouched down. Literally, they munching on them.
Getting that.
Talking about like you can see how they doing it, yanking his flesh.
Doing that, man, I'm talking about munching on them.
Oh yeah, the Lord covered.
Jake, he been around the lions his whole damn year. He worked there.
See what that scripture when the Lord says in the end times, man, the beast will not be afraid of man, bro. Will not be afraid of man. Yeah, you devils need that shit because y'all up in these circuses, apprehending and holding these animals hostage and shit.
Elephant.
Hey, man, y'all need that shit done to y'all, man. Hey, man, them lions gave that man right to judgment. Because, them lions ain't got no business in that motherfucking small ass cave in that motherfucking zoo. Ain't got no business in that shit. You know? You devils take animals out their habitat and bring it to where y'all want it and charge people to come see them, man. That's unrighteous.
Expect them to conduct the work
Right.
in a whole environment that they wasn't even meant to be put in.
Expect them to listen to you when you got a whip in your hand.
Right.
You want to buy
Well,
that's
yeah.
a wild animal.
Well,
that animal's supposed to be out eating, feasting on.
That animal mind is probably vexed being there, man. They have spirits too. They can discern too.
Ecclesiastes
Yeah.
explains that.
The one I seen with an animal in the zoo was a tiger though. There was this little Edomite. I don't know how the tiger got through the gate. That motherfucker got through. Like it was like the gate was right here, but he got his hands through. And his claws was like on her like this, like just trying to like trying to bring her closer type shit, trying to eat it. Like and everybody else like you said was just standing around. They trying to like some people tried to pull, but they couldn't pull. But the tiger hands was like on her
claws in there. They
and them claw like the claw. You seen the claw? Yeah.
I seen something.
Everybody
That's
remember
past
Harambe.
Oh yeah, everybody remember around.
Yeah, Harambe. They had to kill the damn gorilla because the Edomite baby wanted to fall into the park.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a little day baby got fell in there. They took care of him.
He helped him. He saved the Edomite for real.
And
Harambe did.
He had a dragon.
Dragging around.
Yeah, I'm not saying dragon. That's right, man.
You dragged the fuck out that
Bring your ass over here.
Yeah. You dragged the fuck out that bed.
Had a grip on him, boy.
Because he died on my curse.
I'll read this because I paraphrase it, but
I'm making shit at your ass too.
it's Ecclesiastes 39 and starting at 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. See, that's why y'all getting glimpses of the stuff now, but the Lord truly set it up for the time of destruction. That's really when they're gonna unleash judgment. It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Everything.
That's right.
He laid up all those things to be for the wicked, man, for the day of their punishment.
Yeah.
You know? That's diverse, so the Lord is creative.
Everything this man oppressed, he's about to use against him, man. Animals, Israelites, all nations. They're all about to come against this man,
The
man.
elements.
God. Jake, I seen an article said 2025 alone is over 500,000 earthquakes. And they categorized it by how powerful they was.
Yeah, the Lord
Birthday.
Dang.
Lord
500,000 in 1 year.
Some chariots pulling
Throughout the
up.
earth.
Chariots pulling up.
And he said that reminds me how he said I would shake the heavens. I would shake the earth. Damn, what precept is that?
And there will be earthquakes.
That's
Matthew
24. Yeah.
Earthquakes in different places.
Diverse places.
Diverse places.
Yeah, the last earthquake I seen in a diverse place was I forgot where it was in towards Massachusetts, I believe, up there in Jersey. Ain't been no earthquake in Jersey in years, bro, and there was one maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
It was one recently, I think.
Yeah, so it's been earthquakes in real diverse places, man. I know it was up north, bro, and they ain't had no earthquake there in years, bro. It's a real diverse place that where they had it.
The 12th of August, 2025 in Jersey. That was the last one.
And these are all signs. When you read Matthew 24, these are all signs that evil day, the day of the Lord, is near.
It's coming. It's coming.
This stuff isn't happening for us.
They let's say, oh, y'all don't know the time. No, we don't know the time, but we know the signs. We've been given the signs, man. We've been given the signs to understand, like, oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
That's right.
Been given the signs, bro.
That's why they call us the watchmen.
Come.
We're watching, guys. What's going on?
This is Haggai 2 and 5 and 6. It says, according to the word that I covenanted with you, ye came out of Egypt, so my spirit remaineth among you. Fear ye not. For thus said Yahweh of hosts, yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens, and the earth, and the sea, and the dry land. And I will shake all nations, and desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith Yahweh. See? So the Lord is definitely showing his work and his signs in the earth, man, by the natural disasters that he's causing as well, man. You know, these are tokens, as said in Second Ezra. And these are tokens, man. These are signs. And this is how we measure the times, man, by these prophecies, man. We see certain things come to pass, and we know, okay, the Lord is near. He's coming. He's here. You know.
Phone had to chime on out.
It's Isaiah 66, 15 through 17. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire.
There you go. There you go with new Cadillac, your nice glasses and shit.
Man, what are y'all doing? I'm live, man. Man, what y'all doing?
That's for behold, the Lord will come with fire and his chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by the fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination, and the mouth shall be consumed together, says the Lord, man. There ain't gonna be no fallout to where y'all feel like, oh, we gonna wait it out, see what happens. It's over with. You and your bunkers, you rich elite people who think they can pass by this with your money, and you 2/3 fall behind these people. Oh, I'm gonna be with Esau. I'm gonna be fit. Lord, he gonna spare me. I knew a Jake that was in truth. You gonna be consumed, bro. You gonna be consumed, bro. You think because y'all gonna bypass it?
No, Jake in truth.
It's the reason why he said that in the last verse. Eat swine's flesh, because y'all gonna still choose your own way of survival instead of trusting y'all by Shemir Shai, because you're gonna get whatever you get to feed yourself. Whatever you can get by, you're gonna use to get by. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of Jakes ain't used to being without, man. And in these times, man, you're gonna be tested like that, man. You know? So that's why I tell Jakes, man, prepare your mind, man. Sacrifice and I'm not saying actually put yourself in situations, but if you seeing the Lord is leaning towards you to being without within that week, do it. You know? Do it. Do it.
A lot of Jakes ain't used to not eating the shit that they don't want to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Jakes ain't been put in a position to, you know, some Jakes ain't been put in a position to not be able to fill their belly with the desires of the food they have. You ain't have to depend on just eating some shit in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? It might be chicken noodle soup, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It might just be chicken noodle soup. You want a steak or you want a burger from Five Guys, you goddamn Applebee's. Hey, we ain't gonna have access to that shit, man. Damn right, man. We got to eat whatever the Lord provides us. If it's righteous, man. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody come to you with some swine, man, don't eat it. Lord testing you. See if you gonna fill your belly up. You know? And the Lord might do you for eating. He gonna do.
Yeah.
He gonna do.
So I can't eat no pork when I'm stranded like this, Lord? No. You should have fast, nigga. Should have fast before this time, nigga. You know? Should have fast, man. Learn how to take over the parasites. You know?
Esau gonna be, I got meats. Who wants it?
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I might want for 4K, Ecclesiastes 5:8. Set not thy heart upon goods unjustly gotten, for they should not profit thee in a day of calamity.
That's right, man. That's right. So everything this man has set for us, set in front of us, according to his world, is not going to profit us when the Lord brings his destruction. Because the Lord wasn't set up to allow this man's system to save us, bro. The Lord didn't set this man system up to save us. He sent his prophets here for us to listen to them so we can be saved. Everything you think in this man world is going to profit you now, it's not going to profit you when Armageddon come, bro. It's not.
It's gonna condemn.
It's not. It's not going to profit you, bro. You know, so what's going to profit you? This word and being in the scriptures, man. Being in the scriptures, his word, and hoping that he rests his spirit upon you, man. You know, that's the only thing that's going to save us amongst this time, man. Because Esau, you cannot, we are a nation, we are people that lean on a nation that cannot save us, man. This man is not going to save y'all niggas, okay? And your gun is not going to save you, and your athletic ability is not going to save you. So, nigga, it's over when this man take his mask off, man, because it's going to be my Lord doing it, man. It's going to be my Lord doing it. My Lord is going to do it.
My mask.
You know?
Yeah. Mask.
Face off.
Real
face off.
Definitely is.
Say mask up.
Yeah.
Page for real.
Yes, we'll end it with that, brothers.
Call Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakwadash, Wa Baba Ball, death to the wicked.